The great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Nashville. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I got you next. All right, man. Just dubbed up.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Showing it.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues,
good Lord, you. Christ.
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 52 yards.
Hey, man, when they gave Derrick Henry an upgrade or something, man? What's going on?
Opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, switch gears.
Out of the gun, Watson with a catch made by Hopkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. 19. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second down, here's Miller. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Set. 19. Yeah. You don't want none. Check 59. Let's go.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch twist. Watch 24.
Throwing again is Watson. His throw incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. 27 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
Touchdown, Titans! Corey Davis, 75 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth.
Damn, he made that look easy.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point put through by Sucker.
My cameraman, what are y'all talking about with my camera? I can't see what y'all see.
To kick this one away.
Oh, all right. I'll take that.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterback.
Try to hold the ball
down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Derrick Henry all alone. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 21-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Check set. 19. Check 55. Here we go. Out 31. Line up.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
We're set. 19. 55. Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't got him up.
Watson setting up the screen for Miller. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Off of play action, it's Watson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Finding some room at midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
1st down, Texans.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Check. Watch 54. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Hyde. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. This is becoming quite the half.
This ain't gonna be no shootout. He's shooting me out.
Pre-game meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 27, Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He's at the 30, 20, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
All right, now.
So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Go.
Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now it's Henry. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Right here, 41 Mike. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill sets up the screen to Lewis. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Let's go now. 30 base.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Suckup for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Pilot, 64, weak. Deep grip, deep grip.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Big Shift. 36. Ready.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, let's get there. Check 30. Let's go.
Henry running right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
No. Switch. Get it.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point put through by Suckup, and the route is on here in this first half.
The route is on. Go.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Set. 19.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Reset. 19. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 85 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Break. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Here we go, here we go. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, check, check.
Henry. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will score.
Man, what is going on? What's going on out here,
Derrick
bro?
Henry, 44 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Reset. 19. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run. 59.
On first down, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. Third down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 58 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Now if I can only stop him. See if I can sneak an extra man on the field
Extra
or
point
something.
by Fairbairn, up and good.
Ain't got no play out here. I can get a 12 man on the field. Man, dude, he was timeout.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So we got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, that just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry.
Man, this man running through tackles, man.
Touchdown, Titans.
It's Sunday, man. Good Lord Jesus, help me, Lord Jesus.
His guys continue to pour it on. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Joseph now to kick this one away.
That boy, where you at, man? Help, man. We're getting blasted over here, that boy. Getting killed. Man, about to put up 100 on me.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 87 yards. And the Texans claw one back. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Short kick here. Fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They try again with Lewis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
74. Texans 35.
Dang, ugly,
Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Out of the gun, Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st down, Watson. He's got the hook up to Miller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check nickel. Jam him. Jam. Check 99. Check 99.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 17, Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They begin with Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Henry. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
I got you. I got you.
On the ball. Ready.
On first down, it's Henry. It's a room to maneuver. The 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And
He said this thing is ugly.
Are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new
Oh,
trophy
he tackled him.
Yeah, a couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal.
He got 500 yard rushing or something, man. Something crazy like that, man.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the mess?